Hi, I'm Michelle Gillett and today I am doing my simulation assessment for Certificate 4 in Fitness to complete the personal training course. I've come in prior to the session and checked the gym to make sure it's free of hazards, trips, cords, etc. I've also checked the equipment to make sure it's in good working order. With my client today, I'll be completing a pre-exercise screening as well as a muscular strength test. Hi Chloe.
Hey,
How are you?
Good, how are you?
All set for today?
Yep, I'm ready.
Have a seat. Just going to go through a pre-exercise screening. I know we've trained together before, but I'd just like to go over it and make sure we're all set before we get into the test for today.
Yep.
So, do you suffer from any heart conditions? Have had any heart disease?
No.
Suffered a heart attack or anything like that in the past?
No.
Any family history of heart disease?
No.
Okay. Any pain, unusual pain while undertaking physical activity?
No, not yet.
No. Any faintness, dizziness, shortness of breath, loss of balance?
No.
Okay. Do you suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure?
No.
Do you suffer from asthma?
No.
Any bone or joint related problems?
No.
No. Any other medical condition or injury that you're taking medication for, or any other reason that would prevent you from exercising?
No.
Okay, good. So today we're just going to start with the muscular strength test, and that will be a 5-stage sit-up test. And once we've completed that, we'll get into today's strength training session.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Okay, we're going to do a 5-stage sit-up test for the muscular strength testing today. So I'll demonstrate to you the stages of each. The first stage is like this. Just demonstrate. So laying down, knees up, and the first stage is wrist to knees. Okay?
Yeah.
The second stage is elbows to knees. The third stage is hands across your chest and elbows to thighs.
Yeah.
The fourth stage is hands across your shoulders, elbows to knees.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final stage is hands behind your head, chest all the way up to thighs. Okay?
Yep.
So we'll just go through each stage together and gauge where you're at.
Yeah.
Lay down, flat on your back, knees up, and the first one is wrist to knees. Good. Just make sure you keep your feet nice and flat. The second stage is elbows to knees.
Yep.
Good. Great work. And the next stage is hands across your chest and elbows to knees, thighs, sorry. Good work. Now the fourth stage, is hands across your shoulders and elbows to knees. Good job, that was good effort. We'll work on that. Thank you. Hop up. Good work on the muscular strength test, Chloe, that was good. We're going to move into our strength session now, and today we're going to be doing some push-ups, some bent over rows and some weighted lunges. So we'll get started first with the push-ups, and I'd just like you to give me 10 reps of push-ups. Now just remember, when we're doing the push-ups, I know that you're able to do them on the toes, so we'll go from the push-ups on the toes. To keep your hands underneath your shoulders and elbows to track backwards, and make sure that your chest hits the ground so you have full range of motion. Okay? And we'll have 10 reps of those. That's it, good. Elbows back, chest to the ground and push. Good, good technique. Core's nice and tight, back's nice and flat. Full extension at the top. Good job, 5 more. Good work. 2 more. Well done, easy. Good job. Okay, now we're going to work on some back strength training, and today we're going to do some bent over rows.
Yep.
Working at 65% of your max, I've got 5 kilos on each end of the bar, bar's 10 kilos, so 20 kilos, and we're going to go for 10 reps. So I'll just go over technique for the bent over row. Always remember to use correct technique, correct form when you pick up the bar. Don't want to throw your back out before you even start. Pick up the bar, bend over, back nice and flat, chest up, shoulders back, and pull to your sternum. Make sure your elbows track backwards, and don't forget to exhale on exertion.
Yep.
So 10 reps.
Alrighty.
That's it. Shoulders back. Good. That's it. Good breathing, well done. Back's nice and flat. Good work. Nice work, well done, place the bar down. Good job. Next we are going to do some weighted lunges.
Cool.
Okay, we're going to do those with the kettlebells today. So I'll just give you a quick demo of the lunge that we'll do when using the kettlebell. So just hold the kettlebells by our side, stand up nice and tall, look forward, lunge, knee doesn't hit the ground, it just comes close. And we always make sure that we have a 90-degree angle on the inside there and the outside knee. Follow through, step. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 steps, then turn, step, step.
Yep.
Okay. We're just going to go through that 5 times, so there's 10 reps in total.
Yep.
Nice step forward. Great, that's it. Turn around. Lunge. That's it. Nice right angle there. Good. Follow through. Good. That's it. Well done. Look up as you step. That's it. Good job. Nice work. 2 more steps. That's it. Well done. Very good. Place the kettlebells down. That's it. Stop. Okay, now Chloe, we're just going to jump on the treadmill. Today we're just going to do a hill walk. So at a decent pace as far as the walk is concerned, but every minute we're going to increase the incline.
Yep.
And we're just going to go for 5 minutes.
Cool.
When you're on the treadmill, we're going to hop on, stand to the side, we're going to get the pace started. First things first, actually we're going to clip on the safety clip.
Yep.
Then when it starts going, we're going to hold the side and just start walking.
Yep.
And I'll stand beside you and I'll gradually increase the incline. The pace that we're going to use is 6 kilometres an hour for the walking pace.
Yep.
And like I said, we'll increase the incline from there.
Cool.
Alright, so jump on. Touch the clip. Very good, and we'll just get started. Just wait for the incline to reach the level. And holding onto the sides when you're ready. Good. Good, does that feel okay?
Yep.
It'll feel quite comfortable and fairly easy for the first minute, and then as we incline,
Yep.
it'll get a little harder. strides. Feeling okay?
Yep.
I'm just going to pop the incline up.
Yep.
Just moving up a level. Good, and that pace is okay?
Yep, that's fine.
Doing it easy. Good work. So that's 2 minutes down, and we'll up the incline again.
Yep.
Good job. Make sure you continue to breathe. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. That's it. Nice big breaths. Good work. 3 down, ready to go up again?
Yep.
Let's go. Good job. That's it, keep breathing. Doing well. Well done. Final incline. Are you ready?
Yep.
Good job. That's it. Strides might start to shorten a little bit now that we're going higher up.
Yep.
Good. Keep breathing. Feeling okay?
Yep.
All good. That's it. Nearly there. Not far to go. Now when we're coming to the end, I'm just going to gradually lower the incline
Yep.
and slow down the speed before we stop. 10 seconds. Good job. And lowering the incline. Nice work. How was that?
Good.
Good? Feeling it in your legs?
Yeah, it's burning.
Good. And incline down again. And we'll also take the speed down, ready to stop. That's it. Nice cool down walk, big couple of deep breaths. Good, well done.
Thanks.
Jump off. Good job. Right, now we are going to finish off with a little cardio workout. Today we're going to do a Tabata, which is 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds rest in between. The exercises that we're going to do in that Tabata today are a kettlebell swing and a single arm burpee. With the single arm burpee, we're going to do one whole round with one arm, and then on the next round, after the kettlebell swings, we'll switch to the other arm.
Okay.
So I'll just quickly go over the technique for a kettlebell swing and the single arm burpee. But before we get into it, did you want to grab a drink of water?
Yep. Please.
Grab it here. Okay. So we'll go through a kettlebell swing first. Now when you're setting up for a kettlebell swing, your feet are just outside your hips. Stand slightly back from the kettlebell. And when you bend over, you want to keep your back nice and flat, core tight. Hamstrings should be tight. Shins are vertical. Grab the kettlebell, and from here, you pull through and thrust up. It's important to remember that it's just a hip hinge. It's not a squat, so you don't need to go like this.
Yeah.
Okay? Just a hip hinge and squeeze nice and tight through there.
Yep.
Now the single arm burpee, the arm that we're not using, we're going to have behind our back like this, and we're going to press down with the other arm. Now when you do a single arm burpee, you do need to have your legs slightly spread when you kick back to balance out your body, okay? So we'll go down and jump, okay? So hand down, legs out, legs in, jump. And then for the other round, like I said, we'll switch hands. Okay with that?
Yep.
Righto, let's get to it. I'll just get the timer started. We're starting on kettlebell swings first, and then we'll go through the burpees.
Yep.
Won't be a sec. Go. That's it. Good. Really squeeze the glutes at the top. That's it, great. That's it, don't forget to breathe. Good work. That's it. So right arm burpees first. Couple of seconds. Go. Great, that's it. Good. Good technique. Keep those legs all the way back. That's it. Keep going. Great work, Polly. Keep going. Nearly there. One more. Well done. Rest. And back to the kettlebell swings. Ready? Yep. Go. Well done. That's it. Good work. Big squeeze. Good job. Keep going. 5 seconds. Nearly there. Well done. Rest. Now left arm burpees. Good job. Big breaths for covering the 10 seconds. Go. That's it. Keep the legs out as far as you can. Good. Keep that core nice and tight. Don't want to put any pressure on your back. Keep going. Good job. One more. Well done. Halfway through, back to kettlebell swings. Doing well. Ready? Go. That's it. Squeeze. Good job. Keep going. Nearly there. Good work. Rest. Right arm burpees. Doing well. 3 more sets to go. Ready? Yep. Go. That's it. Kick out nice and long. Good job. Well done. Good job, Chloe. Keep going. Good work. Nearly there. 3 seconds. Well done. Kettlebell swings. 2 to go. Doing really well. Feeling okay?
Yep.
Go. Good job. Be strong. Good work, Chloe. Keep going. That's it. Keep that core nice and tight. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Good work. Keep going. Well done. Left arm burpees. Last set and we're done. Doing really well. Ready? Yep. Go. That's it. Keep the legs out. Well done. Jump high. Good job. Doing well. Keep going. Well done. Nearly there. 3 seconds. Work hard. Good job. Well done, Chloe. Good job. Grab a drink and we'll have a cool down stretch.
Yep.
Good work today, Chloe. We're just going to finish off with some stretching.
Yep.
So the first stretch we'll do is for our quads.
Yep.
I'll just give you a quick demo over here. Just want you to lay down on your side, grab your toe, and then gently pull your foot up to your glutes, okay?
Yep.
Just hold the stretch. about 10 seconds. Okay, and then we'll roll over to the other side.
Yeah.
And stretch that side. That's it, lay down your side. That's it. Give it a nice stretch. Hold for 10 seconds. Nice. And change legs. Stretch. Good. Do you enjoy the session today?
Yeah, it was good. Thanks.
Couple more seconds. Good. And now we're just going to stretch our pecs.
Yep.
Okay. So I just want you to stand here like this and take your hands backwards. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. And just relax. Now I just want you to grab your hands behind your back. Yep. Like this. And then just pull your shoulders back and really stretch your chest out. Big breath in and exhale. Good. And that's it. We're done for today.
Thanks.
Now I'm going to talk about the modifications that I would make today for someone that has high blood pressure. High blood pressure is where the blood pressure reading exceeds 140 over 100. Manifestations include dizziness, nausea and imbalance. Obviously these can cause issues during a workout program, so it's important to modify it for their conditions. The exercises that we did today, which were initially the sit-up test for the strength testing, that would be fine for someone with high blood pressure. Just obviously need to keep an eye on them, make sure they're okay with it. The push-ups, I would change to a wall push-up as opposed to a full body weight push-up. The bent over row are also okay for someone with high blood pressure, as are the weighted lunges. However, with the lunges, I would make sure that the client continued to look up and didn't go from looking down to looking up, which could increase or cause dizziness, and also with imbalance being an issue. The walk on the treadmill would also be okay for someone with high blood pressure. The cardio exercises at the end for the Tabata, the burpees and kettlebell swings would not be appropriate. That would have to be modified. And for someone with high blood pressure, I would keep the intensity down and focus more on strength exercises. The second client mentioned in the list here is someone with lower back pain. Lower back pain can be caused by a number of things. It'd be important to find out what caused the lower back pain initially for the client, and also check on what rehabilitation, physiotherapy they're doing currently to make sure that the programming I designed was in line with that and wasn't going to cause any issues. The sit-up test may be an issue for the person with lower back pain depending on exactly what the issue was, so that may need to be changed to a different test that wasn't too intensive on their back. The other thing we did today was the push-ups. Again, that may cause a few issues for them with lower back pain. I would probably change that to wall push-ups as well, so there wasn't so much pressure on their lower back. The lunges, I would change to without weight, so just straight lunges. Having the weight there does put extra pressure on the core, so to eliminate that, take away the weight and they should be okay. The other one was the bent over row. Alternatives for that were the single arm row or chin up. The person with lower back pain could do a chin up instead, or just be very specific on the technique of the bent over row, ensure that their back was nice and flat, and regularly ask them if they were okay and make sure there was no pain. The treadmill walk was a short duration of time, so a client with lower back pain should be okay with that. The Tabata at the end with the burpees and kettlebell swings, I would not recommend for someone with lower back pain. It is quite hard on the core. So that may be a problem also. I would probably change that to upright exercises where it wasn't so much up and down. And lastly is someone with a knee injury. The sit-up test is definitely okay with someone for a knee injury, unless of course they couldn't bend their knees to maintain that sit-up position, then that would have to be changed to something else. Push-ups are okay for someone with a knee injury. Obviously if they're not strong enough to complete a full push-up on their toes, they may have issues going to their knees, so that may be modified depending on what the injury was. And that would obviously be discussed at the start of the session before the program was designed. The lunges would not be appropriate for someone with a knee injury, particularly with the alternating leg. You're putting a lot of pressure on the knee joint with each step. So I would probably change that to a body weight squat or a box squat to eliminate the pressure on the joint. The bent over row, again, shouldn't be an issue. There's not pressure on the knee joint there. You do have to have the knees bent, but again, not a lot of pressure. Be just important to continually ask the client throughout the session whether their knee was feeling okay. The incline walk should be okay for someone with a knee injury. The pace was a reasonable pace and it was a slow incline. Again, it would just be important to continually monitor the client and make sure they're okay throughout the session. The Tabata workout at the end with the single arm burpees and kettlebell swings would need to be modified. Someone with a knee injury may have issues getting up and down from a burpee. The kettlebell swings, depending on the injury, could be okay. It is only a slight bend, but it would depend on the severity of the injury and may need to be modified also.